Jamal, we need you in studio. We're on in a couple minutes. Could you text him?
Yeah, I'll text him. Why'd he send me this picture of this dude from the Bucks?
If I send you the picture of Liam Coen, just know it means I'm gonna be right where I need to be. Welcome here into the Sunday Sports Zone. If you can't tell, it is going to be a fun show because we have a lot to talk about, and that starts things off by talking about the Jaguars' brand new head coach. It has been a wild ride to get here, but they can officially add a brand new head coach to the list of things that they've done. Let's take a look at the history before we get too far into it. Let's start things off with Tom Coughlin. Of course, the newest member of the pride of the Jaguars, right? That's when things were great. Coach Coughlin winning. It was fun times. And then Jack Del Rio, and then things get a little bit darker from there. Guys like Mike Mularkey, Gus Bradley, Doug Marrone, and then that one coach that we never talk about. And of course, Doug Peterson, and now the newest member of this coaching fraternity for the Jaguars, Liam Coen. So, with the Jaguars having a new head coach, Liam Coen, it was a wild ride. Let's look at how we got here, just in case you weren't along for this ride this past week, because I'm tired just thinking about it right now. It starts things off on January 7th when the Jaguars request to talk to Liam Coen. They do the virtual interview with him on the 13th. All's well, the interview goes well, and that means that the Jaguars wanted to schedule an in-person interview with him. So they scheduled that for this Wednesday. But that's when things kind of take that hard left turn, go off track here for just a little bit, because on the day of his supposed in-person interview, Liam Coen decides to agree with the Buccaneers to stay in Tampa on a brand new contract that makes him a very well-paid offensive coordinator. Jaguars say, whoa, what are we going to do? They quickly pivot. That comes out in the morning. In the afternoon, all of a sudden, there's a brand new opening that the Jaguars have to worry about, as their general manager, Trent Baalke, no longer with the team, makes a decision that they got to do something. All right. From there, that's when things get a little juicy, right? So he verbally agreed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but you got to put pen to paper with contracts. So the plan was for him to put the pen to paper on Thursday. Well, on Thursday, they said Liam wasn't picking up the phone and couldn't be reached by some of his folks in Tampa. Ghosted him a little bit, only to find out when they got a hold of him in the afternoon, Liam Coen's here in Jacksonville talking to the Jaguars about becoming their next head coach. Lo and behold, officially announced on Friday. It was a wild ride, a bumpy ride, but you know what? They got their guy. So let's talk about Liam Coen. Let's take a look at the resume, because it is a fun resume. Liam Coen, just 39 years old. He's from Rhode Island. He has a handful of coaching experience in the NFL. He's coached with the Los Angeles Rams and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now, everybody wants to find the next Sean McVay around the NFL, right? Well, this guy said he got his coaching PhD from none other than Sean McVay, right? A couple of stints there in LA with the Rams and a couple of stints with Kentucky. And then he also had a one-year stint with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with their offense. He is going to be fantastic for this Jaguars offense. We're going to see where it ultimately goes. But he is the young, hotshot signal caller that Jaguars fans wanted. Shad Khan said that last year's offense was predictable, that the Jaguars were one of the most predictable teams in the NFL. Well, he went and got a guy that's going to make it a little bit less predictable. So it's easy to understand why the Jaguars were kind of looking at him like this. You know, look, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are great, but Jackson DeVille just couldn't help but check out that guy that's over in the state, not far from here, right? That Tampa Bay Buccaneers offense was one of the best in the league this year. If we look at the stats side by side, everybody wanted the Lions offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, but Tampa Bay was doing a lot of the same things. Liam Coen was able to engineer a lot of those same things down there in Tampa. Now he's going to be bringing that to Jacksonville. Now, there are a lot of upset Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans out there. They have been sounding off and absolutely furious from the moment that Liam Coen came to Jacksonville. Now, actually, my director, Jeff, can I get you to come to camera 6 for me real quick? Because I want to whisper something here into the folks. Look, okay, zoom in for me. Can we zoom in? Let's make this real personal, because I want to make sure that they understand it when I say it here. I'm putting them on the spot here. Nobody cares that the Buccaneers fans are upset. Actually, the more upset they are, the more that you should feel good that the Jaguars got it right. All right, thanks, Jeff. So look, that's overall what this sentiment is. Buccaneers fans are heartbroken because they know they had it good with this guy. Liam Coen did fantastic things with their offense. There were Buccaneers fans that wanted to make this guy the head coach and move on from their head coach, Todd Bowles. That was the defensive coordinator when they won the Super Bowl, helped them win the NFC South a couple of years ago. They wanted that guy. This is a case of they're jealous of what Jacksonville and the Jaguars were able to put together. Not a case of that they feel scorned that he went somewhere else or, oh, you agreed to do something. Look, the NFL is a cutthroat business. Overall, if the Buccaneers offense wouldn't have done what it did this year, they'd have been firing that guy and wouldn't have looked back. He took a better job. The shot that people have been taking at Liam Coen is that, oh, his resume is short stints and that he's not loyal to any one team. Those teams aren't loyal to coaches. The NFL stands for not for long. He's taken advantage of it. He had a fantastic season up in Tampa, and look at it now. He's the head coach here in Jacksonville. And ultimately, the goal for every coach is to land being a head coach. Look, this guy is fantastic at what he's done. Coaches have raved about his intelligence. I think he's the young guy that's going to be able to relate to some of the Jaguars players a little bit better in this new era of player. The Jaguars got it right. And the more I see Tampa Bay Buccaneers fans and media and all these folks trying to rag on Liam Coen, the more I kind of stand on, they're that upset? That means the Jaguars got it right. You never want the coach that they're like, oh, yeah, take that guy off our hands. That's never a good sign. But when they're upset to see the guy leave, that means the Jaguars got it right. They're the scorned ex. They're the ones that see their ex moving on to do bigger and better things, and they're like, well, the Jaguars are the team you told me not to worry about. It's always the ones they tell you not to worry about, right? Look, the Jaguars are going to roll out Liam Coen for his introductory press conference tomorrow. They're planning on having it at 3:30 p.m. We're going to stream the whole thing live right here on Channel 4, so you'll be able to tune in for that. This is going to be fun. Look, the Jaguars got their guy. For me, the coaching search came down to 2 candidates from the beginning till the end. Look, I believe in Aaron Glenn as a coaching candidate, but I never thought he was right for Jacksonville. I thought it was Ben Johnson or Liam Coen. That was the list. Ben Johnson went off the board on Monday. The Jaguars had to get Liam Coen or bust. Really was that simple. When it looked like Coen was going off the board, things were going south, and it was going to be bad. This would have been a very different episode of the Sports Zone right now if they would have let this guy get away. But kudos to Shad Khan because he got things back on track and went and landed his guy. So now they have this young hotshot signal caller, the guy that they needed here in Jacksonville and what they have needed for a long time. Now you get the whole offseason to dream about what Liam Cohen's going to be able to do with Brian Thomas Jr., Trevor Lawrence, Travis Etienne, Evan Ingram, and all of the other fun toys on that Jaguars